Welcome to Two and a Half Citizens podcast. I'm Zen.
It's Pabs.
I'm Ruben.
And let's get right into it. So let's just get started with the fact that Mattress Mack won $75 million.
Bro, did you see that video of him pulling up with the
wheelbarrow?
Wagon? Yeah, the wheelbarrow.
Like he pulled up wheelbarrowing in cash from this Astros win.
Yeah.
And all we got is a taco.
We got a taco?
When someone stole a base, we got a taco.
Oh, yeah. We got two tacos.
But does it work like that? I think it's just like whenever you steal a base, you just get that one taco.
Yeah.
They don't be like, oh, they stole two bases.
No. I got a Chick-fil-A sandwich. If you open the app.
Yo, I did get a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah.
Does it only work for Houston?
I know. Yeah.
Because like I don't know if you got a sandwich.
Did you get a sandwich?
Were you sandwiched up? Were you plugged up?
I did not know. I missed out.
Is Chick-fil-A allowed in California? Because
No, I think they're
a sinning city.
Yeah, no, I think they're canceled.
I bet you like Chick-fil-A the type to cancel like each other out. So like Chick-fil-A is gonna be like, y'all Californians are sinners. We don't want to be here. And then Californians gonna be like, y'all ain't on that gay shit, so we don't want y'all in here. And
that's true. The Chick-fil-A to like land like the amount of Chick-fil-A's that are near each other is like McDonald's kind of in Texas. But over here, it's like you get like one Chick-fil-A per like I don't know. Like the nearest one is not in San Francisco.
Are they like an Arby's to Texas? Like
Yeah,
Arby's?
Basically. Yeah, it's just like oh shit. When you get to one, you're like, damn. I'd like take advantage basically.
But that is kind of the thing because I feel like that's like In-N-Out.
Like there's only 3 in Houston.
Where it's like now if I pass an In-N-Out, I'm like I should. Even if I didn't even want In-N-Out, I'm like I should probably stop because
I mean, Zen, you in the burbs now. You taking advantage of that, going to In-N-Out all the time now?
Actually, no, I did it one time. And this weekend I was in Austin, and every time before they were in Houston, anytime I passed an In-N-Out, I'd have to stop. But now I'm over there at P. Terry's, dog. I'm over there telling P. Terry. I said, back it up, Terry. That's what I told him.
Nah, bro.
I told him because there's the thing is, first of all, they're pushing P.
Okay.
And I was like, back it up, Terry. So I had to back it up on over to Terry's. And I mean, and it's only just because I don't have it here. It's not even that I'm really craving it or nothing. It's just that like, oh shit, look at this green burger shack that we don't have in Houston.
You know what I had for the first time? After the Astros parade? So we pulled up to the Astros parade. Afterwards, had Shake Shack in downtown for the very first time. And
wait. You had never had Shake Shack?
No, I'm a broke boy, bro.
You never had Shake Shack?
Hold on.
No, I had
This is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is okay. So how did it feel?
What the fuck? That's insane.
Well, like I heard it was like an expensive burger place, and when I was a kid, or
comparatively to like McDonald's.
When I was in college, I was like, why would I go to an expensive burger place?
Comparatively to McDonald's, we're talking about it's cheaper than Five Guys.
I know. And then
it's cheaper than Five Guys.
It is cheaper than Five Guys, but I never got around to it. And then always wanted to go. And then we were in downtown. We were trying to find a place that was open or like that you could even get to. And Shake Shack was like the closest thing. So we were like,
Pablo walked in. He's like, fuck, I ball. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
He walks in like it's like $8. He's like,
you walk in on a high from the parade because you're just like, yeah, H-Town, like we out here, we did it, and then so we like bought. we actually got a lot at Shake Shack. I was surprised. And dude, their burgers are like amazing. I like if I could go into the West Coast, East Coast beef with Shake Shack and In-N-Out, my deliberation would be that you can't actually compare them because Shake Shack is it's like a gourmet burger, bro. Like In-N-Out is on they're not even on the same playing field.
Okay, but you would say the same thing about Whataburger. I
would say that same thing about Whataburger. But Whataburger is a different style of burger.
Whataburger.
I feel
smash burgers.
What? Oh, whoa!
Yo!
No! What the fuck did you just say? Hold on.
I get it. Are we going burgers? Because if you're going burgers, he has a point.
I didn't even have to say anything, and he switched over immediately.
Think about
what he's saying. All I'm saying is,
think about what he's saying, bro.
You're being very disrespectful on this right now.
Think about what he's saying, bro.
I didn't say anything.
You go to Whataburger and you don't get a burger and you just get chicken. You just proved this point. If your order is chicken-based, you prove his point.
First of all, their chicken sandwiches aren't even that great. I'll have their chicken strips. Like that's one thing. Chicken strips are different. The chicken strip sandwich.
A honey burger chicken biscuit.
No. I am there for the burgers, just not a traditional
What burger?
Whataburger.
What
I
burger?
will get the sweet and spicy bacon burger. That should go hard as fuck. Their patty melts,
Their patty melts
crazy.
are crazy.
Shit's crazy. Okay. Then once they had like the Chop House cheddar burger, that shit was insane. Those grilled onions, they really be putting it down on there. Whataburger's normal burgers aren't the best, but their all-time favorites steal the show. The fact that they have all-time favorites and that they have that type of vibe, and it's Texas, dude. This is so disrespectful. They have the best fries out of all of the places you guys just mentioned.
Bro, I'm a free agent.
Man, that's so funny how y'all reacted. That's hilarious.
No,
like,
dude,
y'all
that shit felt
No, 'cause
mad
it-
disrespectful, dude.
It
Like,
reminds me of like when I told someone that In-N-Out wasn't good, like in California. And it was like the same reaction. It's just funny that like the South kind of
Okay,
has
can we just
Whataburger.
all agree that In-N-Out fries are boo-boo?
they're the
Like,
worst
they're
fries. They don't do.
They're not
they
that
don't-
bad.
They're
No,
cardboard,
what
bro.
the
No,
fuck?
no,
Dude, you can
way,
only
bro.
eat those.
If-
Those fries
if you-
are only
if you don't-
edible
if
if
you don't
they're
eat-
animal style.
Yeah, bro. If you eat them hoes like non-animal style, like that's gross, bro. That's
And you have to eat them
cardboard.
immediately.
Yeah,
That's why they ask you, do you want to eat in your car? Because if you wait till you get home, it's a wrap.
Yeah, bro,
Alright.
if they're any cold, bro, hell
If
no.
I'm
there's
gonna put-
any,
I'll put y'all on
dabble.
game. I'll put
almost-
y'all on game.
Okay.
But okay, first the Whataburger thing. It's not that like I don't like it. I like the burgers. I think they're good. The patty melt's like the best thing ever. It's just not consistent.
That's
like if
true.
I go one time, like somebody upset might have cooked it, and then it's just the driest fucking piece of chicken I've ever had, and like the
Yeah.
cheese is bad, and like it's like the smallest amount of sauce. And then another time I'll go, it's like the best one I've
if
ever
you
like
go to
experienced.
if you go to a nice Whataburger in the burbs, you're like, oh, okay.
I'll explain.
Yeah,
Here's what it
yeah.
is. I worked at Whataburger. Okay, I
You
worked at a
Oh,
Whataburger.
damn, so I see it now.
I worked at a Whataburger, and here's the
He
thing:
has
is
a
there's-
morning menu. I remember we were in high
There's-
school, and he goes, "Hey, bro, like, you just don't understand my breakfast game elite." And I'm like, what the
No, dude. No, here's the thing. It's about like In-N-Out. You're gonna get consistency because it's the same amount of people there all the time. There's never not a line at In-N-Out, so they have to continuously make everything super fresh. The thing with
Yes.
Whataburger is that, like, for one, it's just like fresh, never frozen. Like, shit's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we out here laying things down on the grill, and the problem is, once people show up, if we get a big rush and we start making a bunch of shit, and then ain't no one there no more, the little bit of stuff that was there is gonna start getting dried up. If there ain't no line, sometimes you might pop up. There's an inconsistency in the people. You know,
Gotcha.
sometimes people are there, sometimes people aren't there. We just be making things fresh there, dog. Like, we just really be out there. Like, I was there, dog. I was
Hey, bro,
cracking real ass
Ruben
eggs,
knows,
dog.
bro. His mom's worked at Whataburger.
I was cracking
Yeah,
real
bro,
ass
but-
eggs out there.
I was even gonna mention that. I was just like,
I was cracking real ass eggs out there, dog.
damn,
I
you're
was
saying
really-
that In-N-Out and them don't. I don't even think they have eggs in
They
there.
don't. They
That's what I'm
don't.
saying, because they don't even be on real shit. Like,
They do have like two things.
I mean, I've
Whata-
seen them cut up the
Whataburger is like the
potatoes.
Waffle House of like.
Yo, what
I
the?
think. I
Hey,
think.
yo.
Hold on. I get
I think
what you're
that's
saying.
right.
I get what you're saying,
Nah.
because like I understand that. Like, like I get it.
They give you what you want.
Wait, Zen, are you in the Waffle House culture?
Oh, dude. Yes. First of all, you want to know how reckless I am? Because like Waffle House is already a place that's like crazy and like you don't know what's gonna happen. And so just to make
He's
things
like, I'll go to the Greens Point one.
No, just to make things a little more of a wild card, I get to the Waffle House, I place my order, I hop on my phone, I get onto the Touch Tunes app. I don't walk up to the jukebox because I don't want people to know that it was me. I pop
Okay.
up on the Touch Tunes app and then I play Axel F's Crazy Frog
Every
All right.
time.
every time.
Damn.
Just
How does it
kinda-
go?
It goes like dun 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 dun
That's-
dun
okay, I know that
dun
song.
dun 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 dun. It's a crazy frog. Dun 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 dun. And it's just like dun 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 dun. Do the crazy frog. It's just like that. You know what I'm saying? So like I gotta throw that on there.
Bro, why are you pissing them inmates off?
No, I just gotta. I be seeing white people vibing. Problem is, white people get a little too comfortable when Crazy Frog is on. I almost saw someone release an N-word one time when I put Crazy Frog on. They got a little too comfortable. But like something about Crazy
It's the
Frog, just dun, 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 gets them growing. Like
It's the
dun, dun, dun.
yeehaws.
Yeah, no, gets the yeehaws on.
When you were
I do
singing
that-
that, had me going. I was like, hey,
I do that at almost every restaurant that I can.
wow.
And I had a bad situation one time because here's the problem: when you go on there, it's like if you go put $1 up at the jukebox, you get your song. It's it. If you do it on your phone, you have to load it from like Apple Pay or you have to load it from like PayPal or something. So it's like a minimum of like $5. You have to drop.
I don't think I've ever heard the intricacies of how to play music in a jukebox. I don't think I've ever played a song on a
crazy.
jukebox.
So then
insane.
I start
That's
DJing.
wild.
I start DJing in secrecy. You know what I mean?
Do you roast? I assume you just like roast other people's jukebox choice. Then you're just like, what the fuck?
No. You haven't heard
you
the best part. There's the best part. You can pay extra money to skip
That's what I was
people.
about to ask.
Yeah,
You can pay extra money to skip people in line.
So
You'd
there
be
could be like jukebox fights. Like, bro, I just skip my song.
you don't know. I mean, I'm much on my phone. You know what I mean? That's why I don't pop up there like that.
No, okay, bro.
So wait. So Pablo puts on his favorite song, Mo Bamba, and waits for the beat to drop. Are you paying double to skip?
I don't think I
I'd
can
pay
skip
double.
it right when I don't think I can put it right when his song's happening. It's just like if his song was coming up next.
Make me wait for the beat that never came.
Yeah, but
Dude,
Pablo would square up. I said, "Hey, bro,
we're taking this shit outside right now. You're like, play Mo Bamba again.
play Mo Bamba off your phone right now."
Yo, I had a problem.
That's only drunk Pablo, bro. Don't put that on
only
regular
drunk Pablo. That's true.
So you can't remove a song once you picked it, which was a problem one time. One time I put a Slipknot song, and I double clicked it, so I put the Slipknot song twice, and all I could do was move the order. So I couldn't remove it. All I could do was play, and it was an obnoxious Slipknot song. Like it wasn't like an easy going Slipknot song, and it was at a Mexican restaurant. Yeah. So it was at Cancun. And so
why are you eating at Cancun, bro?
What is Cancun?
You've never gone
to Branch.
I've been at the Branch for a minute. So
Branch, Gessner, and
Gessner and
all I know is Mambos and Conis on airline.
All right.
All right. But so I'm at Cancun.
Cancun is like Cancun. By the Kroger on Gessner and the Branch right next to the Whataburger.
So right next to the Whataburger. Me and Alicia went on our first date at that Whataburger. Shouts out.
By the sketchy ass like dollar stores.
But check it.
It's like I have a Whataburger tattoo, no big deal. You should
real talk. Put a W on there, throw it up. Yo, I like one lot. That was never mind. I'm not even gonna get into that. But I put Slipknot. And then I had to put like another song, like a Mexican song, so they could like feel okay. Yeah. And then it went right back. It went right back to Slipknot. They turned the music off. Like they straight up like just lowered it. Like they said, we revoking jukebox privileges from everyone.
Hey,
they said no refund, bro.
Yeah. No, real talk. It was a situation, and I felt really bad about that one.
So and Nack, you could do that at the like local bar that like we used to like to hang out at. And at the time, there was this girl that was dating Mitchell Musso, Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana, best friend.
Yeah,
that like
he was always with, like, in love with. That was.
All right, I didn't have cable growing up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ruben didn't have cable.
Okay,
but she was dating a movie star.
Well, he's a sitcom star.
He was like a sitcom, like Disney.
Oh, but he's like the actual person.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Like, this girl from SFA was like dating this guy.
Was Mitchell Musso going to SFA or living around there or something?
I think his grandma's from Tyler, which is like an hour from Nack.
And so growing up, like y'all watched him.
Yeah.
Hannah Montana. I love Hannah Montana.
Yeah, no, dude, bro. Like I saw him in person multiple times. It was crazy.
Did you ask him about Hannah Montana and like?
No,
everything?
I'll get there. I never talked to the man. I never talked.
But I don't know who that is.
But no. So like he was at the bar, and like his girlfriend was in nursing school. So like Elvira kind of like knew the girl, but we never talked to him. And then so they had a jukebox thing where you could do it on your phone, and I was like, hey guys, what if we play the Hannah Montana theme song right now? And see what happens. So we do it, we play it, and he's like just playing pool with like his boys.
Yeah.
And he hears it, and then like his friends are like trying not to laugh because they know, like they know who he is.
Like there's no way you don't know.
Yeah. And they're like trying, and like everyone else in the bar like doesn't really get it or doesn't know why it's happening. So people are just like jamming to it regularly.
Yeah.
Bro, I kind of felt bad because he like just like put the stick down and walked outside.
No shit.
Yeah, I feel bad. And then like we also cued like I guess in Disney he had his own music.
He goes,
oh my god, y'all are the worst.
Yeah, no. So then we cued like his music that he released through Disney.
Oh my god, damn, y'all were really going for him.
Yeah.
Because here's the problem. Is there's a lot more probably to it because you have to realize like especially when you get hit with a role like that. When I think Mitchell Musso, I don't think of everything else he's probably done in his career.
Yeah.
I only think about that one popular thing, which at the time when you're like a kid, your contracts aren't the best. You're not
Yeah.
really able.
There's no residuals apparently with
especially with the music.
Yeah.
That was actually the big thing with Miley, is that like Hannah Montana was selling out stadiums, but she really wasn't getting money. And then she tries to change her name to Miley, and I think that even created some rifts because Miley is just a character. Her name's not even really Miley. She changed her name legally to Miley after, but they used to just call her Smiley. So like her name's not even really Miley Cyrus.
What
It's
is
something else. It's Cyrus, but it's another.
Well, obviously it's Cyrus.
There's another name that she actually goes by. So like she's making all these albums for Disney, and she's not really getting that. She just gets like a flat fee or whatever. So then she has to go put another album through another label under whatever name like that she can own. So all that Mitchell Musso music and like he's not getting anything off of that.
Yeah.
So I bet you it's even like I can't escape this like image. And then you play music I can't get money off of, dog.
Yeah. I can't even get the bag. Damn, that felt like a dig. I'm sorry, Mitchell.
I mean, I just wanted you to understand why he probably walked out.
If you could say anything to him right now, what would you say?
I'm sorry, dog. Let's come on the pod.
Yo, I would straight up love to have Mitchell Moose on the podcast and talk about like what he's got going on now. Because like, all right, I don't know if you guys had seen the whole thing. Like you didn't have cable, but you maybe had.
That's what I'm saying. I would just like to meet him to be like, wow.
Do you know iCarly?
This is
no. Ruben knew iCarly because that's when we like would hang out and you would watch it at my house.
Yeah, I get to bootleg it off of Papa.
Jeanette McCurdy, Sam, blonde girl,
the blonde girl,
best friend.
Okay.
Ruben's favorite character was Gibby.
Yeah, he was good.
Gibby had a terrible. I watched the whole video on like the whole.
What happened to
Gibby trying to get out of that? But basically, with Jeanette McCurdy, she just put out a book that's like #1 best-selling New York Times shit called "I'm Glad My Mom Died," and it's a whole memoir of like being a child star and like what it is. You have to realize
she was like supporting the family at like 12.
Well, look, for the most part, if you look at the situation with like, even Shia LaBeouf, if you're a child star on the low, like your parents can love you, but they see you more as a commodity than they do as like a child they need to raise. Because a lot of times it's just like
I learned a lot about this through Josh Peck.
Zach and Cody.
Maybe we should start a book club and I'll just read it and then we can discuss. Also. No, I'm just giving y'all homework.
You do be giving us homework on the low sometimes, dog. He be giving us homework. Sometimes I'll be like, shit. I'll be like, hey, I got a meeting to go to. Yeah. What do you mean? I don't know. Ruben says we have a meeting.
Yeah.
No, but you know what sometimes feels like?
We're okay. Are we just announcing Ruben now? Are we announcing him as the second citizen?
Well, yeah. You're the second you're a full citizen, right?
Yeah. Damn, I didn't know you had check green cards here. Like, fuck.
Well, for the sake of the name, it's very important. Like,
what if it was like on a technicality, like, hey, actually, I've been lying this whole time. Like, I don't got papers. Yeah, right.
Well, then we'd still have 2 citizens. Just like we'd have 2 half citizens.
Got you.
1 and 2 half citizens.
Your citizen bar just drops like slightly. Like you're like, it mathematically is equal. There you go.
Yeah.
Because like
when I'm able to get my citizenships, then we'll be like,
you be paying taxes though, right?
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. Like he be half,
even non-citizens pay taxes.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
that's what sucks. So you can't do your tax return. So you get none of the money, but you got to pay all the taxes, and then you can't really get any of the benefits from the taxes except like public services and stuff. Fuck nasty.
Quickly, if we're talking about citizenship and all this stuff, I want to briefly touch on the fact that that like the midterms just happened.
Yeah, and I had them on, and then I turned it off because I realized I don't care.
What happened? I didn't have them on.
So basically, I mean, the thing that matters to us, I guess, Lena Hidalgo did get reelected. Greg Abbott got reelected. Beto didn't. So that's
it was really like he lost pretty bad.
It looked like we had him in the first half, though.
It looked like
we had him in the first half.
It did have him in the first half. Yeah.
But it's just when it's one of these things though, because afterwards I start seeing everything on social media, right? And it's like it's so unfair. The Texas system is so screwed up. Everything's so gerrymandered. I'm like, is it though? Like I look at the state and I'm like, unless you're in the places that we be populating, like unless you're in the big cities, everyone else 30 minutes out is like red as fuck.
Yeah.
And I see the representation. I'm like, no, I think they're represented correctly.
Yeah, like Houston wasn't really like, if you actually look at it at like the color map, I don't think it was like fully blue either. It was like slightly blue. It was
Because,
like
I
the
mean-
goblin like color.
So that's why I really think that I mean,
I see.
as weird, because this one seemed like it was going to be a different situation. Because look, the second Beto says we're going to take your guns away in Texas, a lot of people are going to jump off ship.
Yeah.
But we in Houston, there's hella strip clubs, rappers be pulling up here, and the second that Abbott says we ain't gonna let you have no abortions, that might have people switching their minds a little bit.
You think Drake's still pulling up?
Well, do you hear Drake said? Did you hear what Drake said on the? Did y'all like that smooth Roe v. Wade line he gave us on that album?
I didn't even catch it.
Something about giving a girl's choice, or
he basically said dudes who wasn't getting pussy in high school making choices about what women can do with their body or something like that.
Yeah, I heard that and I said, "Oh, so we're copying Bad Bunny now?" No, I was just joking.
Hey, no,
he did shout him out. He
shouts him out. He's straight up on the Bad Bunny thing. He was like, "Brother, like we on it." But let's get into a few regular topics here. So, we never really got to fully talk about. I know it's far removed now, but Astros won the World Series.
We called it. We called it.
And we said it was going to happen in Game 6. Like we said it was happening like that day.
And
like,
it did.
Did y'all get any merch?
Of course. I got the hat. I got the shirt.
Yeah, you know me in SF.
Ruben was lined up outside the academy like.
No, it was like I don't know. It's like the "Let Me In" meme like that, but like I'm just watching y'all have fun. And
No. You know what the meme is? It's the meme where Patrick and SpongeBob are running downstairs while Squidward's looking at them.
There you go. That's what I was. That's what I was trying to think. I think of. I'm Squidward.
I was at the bars the day it happened, like when we won, and then Zen. I just see him pull up to the digs, bro.
No, I pulled up directly to the Dicks, but I pulled up early enough because everyone goes to the academy. Everyone thinks academy is the spot. People be sleeping on Dicks because the Dicks line ain't crazy.
And because you sound crazy saying the name.
You're like, yo, I'm gonna pull up to Dicks, dog.
They probably do lose some Republicans because of that. Keep going.
Nah, because they love Dick Cheney and shit like that, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with dicks. So so I get in and out within like an hour or so, and then I hit the streets. I went straight downtown.
What did you get?
The streets.
What did I get?
Yeah. What you got? Flex the merch.
Hat, shirts, type shit. Like you know, just.
But like shit. The championship, like I don't know.
On field. So I got the on field hat, that gray hat that everyone was wearing.
Okay, I see.
I got that on field hat everyone was wearing. The one that like as soon as they come, I got that one. And then I got the no-hitter shirt, the shirt from like that game where we had the no-hitter.
Yeah, we had a shirt.
We had a no-hitter shirt and it's dated and everything. So I think that one was kind of cool. And then like some other World Series shirt that looked mad comfortable. But after that, we went straight to the streets. We went pretty much like the spot that I usually go to, which is like a hop skipping away from Minute Maid Park. So it was really.
I like how he didn't say what it was. I was like, don't.
It was a really interesting thing though, because usually when I go to that area, if Bad Bunny plays, it goes crazy. But this time I heard Bad Bunny play and like half the people stopped dancing. So it made me think like, because there's so many different, like, I guess not all Astros fans are Bad Bunny's fans. Like usually just Bad Bunny runs the streets. But like, you have to think about like the type of people that could afford to be at a World Series game. Fair. And then those are going to be the people that are going out. Yeah. And those probably aren't the people that are jamming a Bad Bunny and shit like that.
Yeah, what would be the playlist then? What do y'all think would be the playlist?
They were playing a lot of Houston music. That's what was getting people going.
Yeah.
I think
Southside, like when Southside comes on.
Still tipping.
Southside, those are going
I think George Strait would get the crowd going.
George Strait would get Strait. Yeah, would
get you get like the old, like
all the old heads, all like the rich, like old white guys. Yeah, bro.
And everybody young enough like knows the chorus. So you're like, I mean, this is Texas. Like
Garth Brooks, throw some Friends in Low Places on, dog.
Yo, that song's brazy, bro.
That should be making you feel.
Zen, did you pull up to the parade?
No, I watched it on my phone.
Yeah, bro.
Damn. Why?
The parade was crazy.
Why? Because I have a job.
Okay, I got you.
No, we don't all get to make our own schedules, Pablo.
Anyway,
that's true.
I pulled up and bro, when Ted Cruz like is going through, I don't know how this man stays elected because the streets was not feeling him. Like it was instant, like boo, and like people were flicking him off. Like
What does he do again?
it was insane. He's a senator.
So like, what's that mean?
He's on the Senate. He's
So
one
like,
of
what
the
they
two.
do?
Huh?
He plans trips to Cancun with his daughter.
Plans trips to Cancun
But
with his
like-
daughter when there's a freeze.
And leave their dogs behind. But
Yeah,
like,
leave
no.
the
But what
dogs
do they
behind.
do though? Like, what does the Senate do?
They make laws, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that
you're
work? I want to learn government right now. Like I'm trying to figure this out because I
You're asking the
voted
wrong
and I
people.
half the things I was like, what's district what? So there was a lot of stuff.
He's
There
like,
was,
what district am I in?
there was 95 like questions they asked. And to be real,
Yo, I
not
think
that I'm this person, but you couldn't straight ticket vote. You couldn't you couldn't just press a button and go down the whole thing.
Yeah.
You got to like pick and choose.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
a
like,
million people.
I'm just looking for Hispanic sounding names and shit.
That's what Omar did.
I'm just like, oh shit, Fernandez, I got you.
Say less.
Say
My
less.
people.
Like anyone who texted
Honestly,
me,
I would do that.
anyone who texted me or called me, like I'll be like, oh, I remember you hit me up, like you was hitting my line. I got you. You made it to the big vote. All right, all right.
Yeah.
I see you.
But the craziness of like the parade, and you know how much the streets don't mess with Flying Ted. He caught a beer can to the chest,
Was it to the chest? I heard
Yeah.
about that.
like chest neck area.
And they got homeboy. And are we
Yeah.
surprised that it was a white gentleman?
That was crazy. Yeah, it was.
It was a white person that got arrested.
What was his
What,
name?
10
How do you know he was white?
Well, I looked at him and he looked very
Oh.
Caucasian.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we
I saw
have
his mugshot.
Caucasian-looking Hispanic people.
Yeah, but it was one of those ones where like on the low, he lived in a trailer park, dog.
yeah.
We live in trailer park.
Nah.
It's different though, dog. Like, nah, bro. Like you know,
Wait,
like
let me pull him
I'm
up.
trying,
Let me pull him up.
I'm trying not to seem crazy. Airdrop to my computer, but like I'm trying not to make it seem crazy. You could just go through your.
Oh no! Wait.
Okay, so he took it to the chest. That's
All right.
wild.
Actually, he could be
He
Hispanic.
could be Hispanic. Hold on. He's got colored hair, so that
So read his name. See if his name is on there because it doesn't say. It just says man charged.
Okay, but this is my
no, it doesn't
question.
give his name.
All right,
Oh, Joseph Halm. Yeah, Joseph Halm.
HALM. Halm sounds like a white name.
Halm RC. How do you say that?
Wait, let me see.
Articono? Halm Articono?
I don't know, man.
33?
So we're not taking him. You know those videos where it's like the Hispanic delegation.
Can you see
is
this? Is
Oh,
there
yeah.
any way that you can see this and kind of
I
identify
can
how
see
you
it.
feel?
Yeah, he
His
does
hair
look
might be.
white. Yeah,
Yeah.
his yeah.
He looks like he's throwing paint at like the Van Gogh paintings.
Damn.
No,
Same thing.
straight up. Like he really looks like
Yeah.
he's gluing his hands to like a Picasso.
Yeah.
Hey, Ted
Like that's
Cruz,
what it
just
seems like.
Pause.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. So I do want to salute him because what it makes me feel like is that some people are using their white privilege to benefit others.
Damn.
Okay.
So
Dang.
I like
partially,
that.
part of me feels like they know that only they can get away with some fuckery like that.
Yeah,
they'll be
sacrifice
like-
your white privilege to fulfill
So-
some of our dreams that we've always wanted to do, but like could never.
It's like on some some political Peter Pan shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wow. You might
You
be
mean
onto
Robin Hood?
something.
yeah, that's what I meant. Well, I'm thinking about peanut butter right now. It's just crazy. It's because I was thinking about Tinkerbell earlier. Because I was watching
She's
this
like, yeah, I was
video.
thinking about Tinkerbell.
No.
You know, she mad thick.
She mapped in. What you talking about? She's a little twink. But look, so there's this video. Do you know? I've been talking about Glorilla a little bit lately. She's the one that did that Tomorrow 2 song.
Yes.
And she's been having a few. She's making a buzz right now. And I recently saw this interview come out with her where she didn't know that foxes were real.
I'll give you reindeer, not foxes.
Like, can you pull up? Like, I just want to play something real quick.
That's
Oh,
Out the
wild.
thing, YouTube,
Okay.
because I'm gonna go to the shorts. But it was hilarious.
That's crazy.
Because but you see like her genuine like confusion.
We've had people say that they hate foxes taking a poo in their garden. We've had people say also foxes. Foxes, yeah. What's the foxes? Oh my gosh, the animal, yeah. Y'all got them out here? Yeah, we have you not seen one yet? Come to South London, hun. Come to South London, we'll show you. They're all normal. I'm telling you, they own the streets here.
Are they like their squirrels for South London?
Yeah, but just not domesticated.
Right.
Although you will find some really weird British people who will pet a fox. So yeah, they howl at night as well. So like you're trying to go to bed and at 2 a.m. it's outside. You don't get foxes. So they orange.
So they
are
orange.
orange with a white tail. Sometimes, or I might just be thinking of Basil Brush. To be fair, I can't believe it. I know. I can't believe that you can't believe it.
That's wild, yeah.
Yeah, we knew foxes was real.
Never even knew foxes was real, she said. So I just find it hilarious.
That's wild.
A lot of people, when this came out, a lot of people were like, the American public education system
really
failing a lot of people because she goes, so they orange. She's like, I can't believe it. Because like, I can't believe
it. Did sound very genuine.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
really
she was like,
I'm telling you, bro. I would have given you reindeer, but fox, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that led me to that is then it started making me think like, well, hold on, what things are real because for one, I swear, and I know this is probably fake, but like I saw a picture of a dragon, dog.
Not to,
wait. Okay, what the fuck?
Hold on,
take it back to the
no. I'm trying to explain this.
What does this have to do with anything? I'll give you another one that people don't know is real. Narwhals.
Nardwar, the human serviette?
No, narwhals. Because my niece, my niece was dressed up for Halloween as a narwhal, and a lot of people let us know that they didn't know they were real.
They didn't know they were real.
Yeah.
But they are real.
Yeah, they're real.
Oh.
It's a real animal.
Really? I didn't know that. That's wild.
You know what's an animal that people think is real but ain't real? A jackalope.
What the fuck is that?
It's a rabbit with horns.
A rabbit with... Oh, I knew that wasn't real.
People be thinking they're real because...
Bro, you playing too much Skyrim, bro.
No, taxidermists like to make them.
Getting hit by the can. I had a question. Because, like, I generally do not like him as a person. I think he sucks. And, whatever. And, like, honestly, maybe... I don't know. Like, the guy throwing the can is wild because, like, I feel two types of way. I really don't like him, so I'm kind of, like, good. But then I'm like, if this was, like, AOC... and it was like a MAGA person throwing like a PBR, like how would we feel?
Right.
So that's where it's wild, where I'm like, okay, like I feel bad because it shouldn't have happened.
But you're glad that it happened in this case. So that's the problem. Is you always have to think if it was your boy, how would you feel about it? Right. Like it is that whole thing. If it was your boy, how would you feel about it? My whole thing is that physical actions like that should never be tolerated because
I'm fine with the booing, but like
because then it shows that anyone else can do like acts of violence.
Yeah.
Physical acts of violence are just something that have to be condemned. If you say, "Hey, yo, fuck you, Ted Cruz, I don't respect you, I hate you," cool, freedom of speech. Say whatever the fuck you want.
But like,
say whatever you want.
When you do some, that's when it's like
right.
Far.
That's when it's like gets fit. I mean, and that goes to anybody. So. I don't know if we've talked about this on this podcast, but the Steve Lacy situation has been happening a lot lately.
We did talk about it.
So
we talked about it, but I don't know. Did he hit somebody or something?
No, basically, people on TikTok found out about one song Steve Lacy does.
Yeah, I wish I knew.
Right, but they don't even know the full song. They only know like the chorus and the first verse.
I am one of those people.
And then people will start doing shit like throwing disposable cameras up on stage for him to take pictures, and they hit him. And a lot of artists are not people throw things up on stage. People throwing shoes and stuff. It's always been an issue as of late. But basically, they threw a camera at him, and it hit the floor. And so then that part is shown in video, but then they edit that part out, and all they show is him saying, "Hey, can you hand the camera up here?" And then once he gets the camera, he throws it on the floor and just destroys it. But they don't fail to realize that he was first hit with that camera on stage by a bunch of TikTok kids that only know a chorus of your song.
Yes. Okay. That makes sense. Like
it's that kind of thing.
Yes. I assume there was like a bigger picture, but like the memeable part is Steve Lacy getting mad and
throwing a camera. Yeah. And apparently at this point, it just seems like he wants his tour canceled. Like at this point, it's just all it's crazy.
Wait, so with that said, because I know you also brought this up in the chat, Ruben, you threw up a cautious going off on that one person in during his set.
Oh yeah,
like at the end of his set actually. And you were saying that you were like, I think it's cringy, or Yeah, like your opinion on that.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, so I don't watch them. So like I watch them, but I haven't watched them as long. So like, and then also I don't know when I watch the podcast, it's mostly the one dude speaking, like the
Andrew Schultz.
yeah. So I'm just like, I didn't grow up like watching them together or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And so then I see him, and then I'm like, okay. It just seemed like I think it's kind of like that, like where it reached a certain point where it's like, hey, this is no longer like kind of okay. Like I think he was making fun of the guy. The guy's not from the US. And so he's like, oh, like like I'm glad the queen died or something. It was kind of like funny. It was relevant. This just happened. I was like, yeah, it's funny. Like it was kind of like the way he said it, I think was really funny. But I was like, okay, he's kind of trying to make it a joke, kind of like include him and kind of like play off of it. But then when he didn't react to that, like then he just started like getting like he looked like he was upset, and I think that's what made it not fun, because you actually saw like he seemed upset. So it's like, wait, this is supposed to be fun. Like, why are you mad at this person? Like they can do whatever they want.
So I'll give you my opinion. I haven't even watched the clip. I just heard this clip being talked about.
I've watched the clip,
and I've seen him live. Like I've gone to a Akash Sing show and seen him live to see what his performance on a normal basis of him running his hour was. Actually, I think he was filming stuff for that Bring Back Up Who special when I went that night. So the thing about it is when there's an energy in the room, there's always going to be the energy in the room determines and depicts what's going to happen for this show. When you have someone in the front row who is creating an energy that is overtaking the room, you have to do something about it. So apparently this whole time, this guy had already been like saying things, having like this energy, and basically what starts happening is people are no longer looking at you. They're looking at him to see his reaction to what you're saying. That's what the show has become now at that point, unless you do something to derail that. Whether it is make them so mad that they actually leave, or go so deep that they actually crack a smile and you turn them, or turn the whole audience against that one person, so that now which is now where the audience is back on your side. There's a lot of having to control people's emotions in the crowd. If not, you're going to have a really bad show for the rest of the time. So it's like when I see open micers,
he did wait all the way to the end to the show to then like go off
and address that, because it's basically becoming a thing where it's like, look, you are you're not even no longer just affecting me and how I feel. You're affecting the whole show and the whole crowd and how everyone else feels now. So it's like you have to think about the other people in the room. So it's like when you see it in such a small way, right? Where it seems like someone, if it's like that feeling where someone brought you to a show, right? Like I had 2 tickets and I'm like, yo, Pablo, I really think you might like this comedian. And like, I bring you because I want someone to go with me, and they're not a fan. Well, and they're in the front row. The thing also is they're very big on crowd work. Andrew Schultz and Akash are very big on this crowd work. So they are going to diverge away from material and talk to the crowd and dig into things and try to like see what they can peel back from them, and if you're not giving them anything, they're going to create something out of something, you know what I mean? And try to like change it. But yeah, that I would see that a lot with like open mics. I would go to a lot of open mics and you would just see someone who wants to talk more than everyone else and wants everything to be about them. And you got to give them what they want for that moment and show them what happens if you're that disruptive, so that they can just kind of leave that shit alone. And the whole rest of because I've had terrible people sitting next to me and it makes the whole show a terrible place.
Okay.
And if you get called out, then usually it'll kind of adjust the room.
Yeah, I like that. That's just how I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't there either, right? So I could definitely say that way. If that was the case, I would definitely be like, yeah, that makes sense. It's no longer me. It's like everybody.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Have y'all ever, I've been used for crowd work before. Have y'all?
No, I'm terrified of that happening.
If you can find Ruben being used for crowd work, I'll give you $1. So he went to a Adidas and Mero show, but get the story. Yeah.
No, damn. Okay, so I've done it twice. Yeah. So I have been to the Adidas and Mero, and I was used for crowd work, but I knew that I was going to be up there because they make you, before you go on the show, they give you the opportunity to ask a question. So they're just like, hey, here's an index card. Write down a question you want to ask the guys. If we like it, we'll let you ask it.
And you knew your question was fire?
No, hell no. I just was like, I need to get on there. I want to talk to them just because it's like a thing. Like I'm here. I don't want you. Like I want to.
It's a
if I
clip
can,
on
I will.
YouTube. He's on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. And so I was they're like write down a question, bro. I wrote down like 10. Like I was like, like filling out the form. And I handed him the index card, and then he was going back like telling people like, all right, you're gonna ask yours first. And then he comes up to me and he's like, I like this one. Like I liked all of them, but like they've been asked these. You asked this one. I was like, okay. And I see him like cross them out, and it felt good because I was like, I didn't know if you could even do that. Like everyone just wrote one answer, and I was like, nah, 10. Like
10
there's a loophole here. Yeah, like choose me, bro. Just read it. But that was really dope. But I knew I was gonna ask the question. But I actually went to a comedy show in Houston for a friend, and I was sitting in the front because there was no other seats open. And then
that's when you know it's gonna be like. I'd be trying to not be in the front. I want to be able to see. I just don't want them to see me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
And so that's how everyone felt. So the whole front row, not the front row, like the row right directly in front of them, it was like empty. It was just, no, it wasn't even like, it was like a local, like, I don't even know what the hell their name was, like John or something.
Okay.
Maybe like Paul Slayton or something. No.
Oh, chill.
Hey, throwback.
Okay, anyways, like they were all right. They used me for crowd work. They were like, they asked like, I was with Alexis. They're asking about us like dating and stuff. The guy was like really nice. Like I didn't feel like, because sometimes you're like, fuck, what's he gonna say about me? Like, well, I have to laugh. Like I can't be weird, but also like, what if he's roasting me? Like fuck him too. There's a whole thing, like a whole inner like a struggle going on.
You looking at your outfit, you're like, fuck, making sure.
Like damn,
pick something out.
Like, yeah. But I walked out to like get something, and this is the first time that I experienced like everybody else walked out. So what happened was that I left as the comedian left, and a new one was coming up, and I was like, okay, great. Like I just won't be there for him because I don't want to walk or whatever. And then I was meeting up somebody. So then slowly everyone starts leaving, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then I'm getting texted by Alexa. She's like, this is awkward. This is the worst like ever. Like everyone is leaving, and apparently like the comedian was really bad. He grabbed the mic stand, and he just like was making jokes. Nobody was laughing. The whole room was dead for like 5 minutes. He just like hits the floor with it. He's like, I've never bombed this hard. And then everyone's just like, oh, like the cringiness of it. And it's because I think his punchline, he was talking about like his autistic cousin the whole time. Like that was the whole joke. And then at the end he goes, like this girl didn't like him, but like this cousin, he's like, I guess she likes that tizzy dick. And then everyone went, oh no. And then like basically just everyone walked out. Everyone was like, dude, that guy fucking sucked. And they were basically like telling people like, hey, we have other comics, like they're gonna come on, like that guy. That's really wild.
F that guy.
Yeah,
so that's really hard. Like
cleared a whole room.
As I see open mics more and more, it's like the pressure of a host becomes so real, because when you have something like that happen, you have to reset the room. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You have to figure out a way to pull everyone out of the terrible thing they just witnessed.
Yep.
And like bring people to a place where you're like, hey, I swear it's gonna get better from here.
Yeah. Oh, like when Marlo told us that he had to save the room because Roman bombed one night, right?
Roman had accidentally. I mean, the accidental was timing. He made a school shooting joke on the night of Uvalde, and he didn't know that Uvalde had happened that day.
Ooh.
And so everyone was like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And walked out. Like people were like, and he was like, what the fuck happened? Like he genuinely didn't realize that the Uvalde shooting had happened that day.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And it's one of those things where you're like, shit.
Yeah, like, he was like, it was just like a regular joke on my list. Like it was just like a joke on his set list that he always had.
Yeah, that's funny seeing it from both perspectives. Like, he didn't know, and that's perfectly fine. It just happened today. We live in a place where like it happens all the time. But like also from the other people, like
they're like, yo, what the fuck? This is what you're choosing for relevancy? Like,
yeah, literally. Like I could see it both ways.
Making a statement today.
Yo,
wow.
I'm still. I'm not gonna lie. Today, it was only because I was going to Walmart, so it wasn't that crazy. But like, I finally pulled out a pair of Yeezys today. I didn't know like.
Oh, damn. How'd it go?
I felt okay. I threw. To be honest, I don't know if this is crazy.
Did any good old boys give you up?
Well, I threw on. Tell me if I'm being reckless for what I decided to wear it with. because they're the
Omega.
yellow. They're like the no. I threw on a camouflage jacket,
Yo, you're crazy.
like a but not just like a camouflage hoodie, like a real tree
It's got the
Come and take
patches on
jacket.
it.
Come and take it.
No, it was straight up. It was like a real tree like hunting jacket,
Yo, you're
Damn.
crazy.
and I threw that on with a green shirt, and I had to throw the Z's on. You know what I'm saying? The
The Z's.
yeah, the
Yeezys.
whatever. We don't know what Adidas.
Did you have the?
Oh, we do not know what
And
Adidas
so
will
here's this is
name
kind of
them.
what's leading me into it, because
Yeah.
how do you
True.
feel about this? Because Adidas has said that as early as next year, they're going to be rebranding the Yeezys and putting them out, right? With the designs that they already have.
Yeah.
In the contract, if they rebrand and use the designs, Kanye still gets money from it, residuals, but it's a lesser percentage.
Hmm.
But Adidas has said we're not paying them anything, which makes me feel they have some sort of moral clause in the contract that
Hmm.
allows them to basically say you don't align with our morals because of X, Y, and Z, and therefore we can terminate everything without whatever.
having to pay you.
So where it comes down to for me is that wouldn't you it just seems too convenient for Adidas to be like, we're not going to pay you, but we're still going to use your designs. So that means we still think that like people are going to like your ideas, but we're not
Yeah.
going to pay you for your ideas.
Yeah, no, I mean, I said that last episode. Like the music, the art, it's still good, but like it doesn't mean I agree with what he says.
But if you don't agree with what he says, completely remove yourself and don't then still profit off of his ideas. If his ideas are so toxic.
Yeah. I'm thinking about like, yeah, in a court of law room, just like, yeah. I mean, technically he didn't do anything wrong. Like he didn't, so then
His whole thing that he's been saying is like, I ain't kill nobody. So like I
He's been
can't
saying
be
love
fully.
speech a lot.
He has been saying love speech. He also didn't. He didn't go fire back at Drake. He kind of like showed Drake love after his diss. But
Really?
I mean, he basically said, "I've given him his flowers multiple times. He's a great this and that. I ain't gonna keep talking about this or something like that."
I really feel
He
like I'm
didn't
not
say,
on
like,
the
"Go
internet
fuck you,
the way y'all explained it to me. I'm like, this happened? Like, yes. I'm like, what the fuck?
So
Okay.
So it's just an interesting thing for me because it's like if the ideas are toxic,
Yeah.
then all his ideas should be toxic,
But that's not.
not just the ones that like
But-
benefit you or like profit, because they know it's still gonna be a conversation.
It's not like a black and white though.
No, I know it's not a black and white, but
Like,
I just
shoes
think that
can't
if
be
you
racist. You know,
Uh,
like shoes can't be. I mean, his shoes.
no,
are
hold on.
They can't.
He goes,
They
Doc
can't.
Shoes can't be
Martens.
racist.
They can. They can. They
So
can.
you're telling me that boots with red laces on them can't be racist?
What are
What's wrong with
those?
that?
Look them up real quick. Look up black boots, red laces, and tell me that ain't tied to a neo-Nazi group.
I mean,
Black
okay,
boots.
never mind. I'm
No,
saying,
wait.
his-
Wait.
Well, let's go do a
Red
quick thing.
laces.
Let's let him
Well,
check this out real quick.
Yeah, no. Well, Ruben checks it out. But what I'm saying is his specific Yeezy designs, there's nothing anti-Semitic about them. They're like super minimal designs that he didn't come up with on his own. He had a whole team.
But I don't know. To
Like,
me, it just seems
the original turtle.
it just seems mad convenient to be able to say we don't have to pay you,
I'm
but we're
just-
still going to make money
I'm
off
just
you.
trying to
Oh.
get. If anything, I'm trying to.
Was I
get-
right? Was I right?
Yeah, that's wild. Never heard of that. That's never
Yeah.
been a thing.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
dog. I be
Why do you
knowing.
know that?
Yeah, how do you know that?
Yeah.
He's like, it was a Nickelodeon fact on cable.
Nah, I don't because I'll be deep diving into fashion, dog. What you talking about? Like I'll be
That's
fashion
wild.
killing.
That's a little too deep. That's like a
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that one.
I think you went looking for that one.
I think
bro.
you saved a couple people from getting canceled right there.
Well, my thing is, I think I saw someone wearing some shit like that, and someone pointed that out to me.
Damn.
Like I think someone pointed out that fact. Like one thing, I guess y'all don't hang out with enough white people. They'll tell you some what's low key racist. Like if
Yeah.
you listen to them enough, like if you get close enough with them, like they'll tell you like the real shit. Like you'll start learning derogatory terms you didn't even know were derogatory terms and shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something you start learning as time goes by. I just want to let y'all know about this so that y'all can feel safe out in the streets now knowing.
What do you think Adidas will name the shoe?
They're just gonna do something where they
something
lead into
boost 'cause
tech.
they have the boost technology in them, so maybe
Yeah,
something
they'll
boost.
just like because like
Adidas
what
Boost.
do they
need, like,
name
a
quickly,
name?
what did they name the knockoff Yeezy
Tubular.
slides?
Oh, not the slide.
I
Those
don't know.
slides.
I can look it up right
Like
now.
AZ something.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
know.
So they'll do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think they'll give it just some generic like 3-letter name with a number?
I
Do you
mean,
think they do like ZY3s? What they like?
the Adidas tubular was like the
ZY3 would be too like because you're trying to distance yourself from Kanye. So I feel like it
You
can't even
can't
have the,
distance
it can't
yourself
even
from
have the
Kanye.
syllable.
You can't distance yourself from Kanye when you have that design.
Well, I agree. Yes,
That's
but,
my
like,
thing.
yeah.
That's my
at least
problem.
the name.
To me, that's where I get
Zen's
annoyed.
like, I want to wear my Yeezys with chain. I don't want guilt-free Yeezys.
Well, no,
Yeah.
that's my thing. It just kind of seems too convenient to be like, okay, we think that everything that this guy does was so bad. It's basically like
I got
canceling. It's like canceling. Okay, what if?
We'll
what if?
leave
What
it
if?
up to
Hold on.
Adidas.
What if R. Kelly's label
Mhm.
said we're removing all of his songs from our discography, but we're keeping the songs and then we're just letting Miguel re-record them. So it's gonna be the same song ideas,
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay,
and we're
okay,
just
okay,
gonna
okay.
basically take that art
They need Zen in the
and let
courtroom.
somebody
man.
else.
I know.
You know,
I think Zen low key needed to be a lawyer. Like these
Yeah.
points are really convincing. I'm like, hey, he's right. Like look at it from the other perspective. Damn.
I always thought about that lately. I'm like, yo, wouldn't it be fun if I got if I got like a law degree just for like the pod?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did say that. He did
He's
say
like,
that.
actually,
He's like, I
that'd be wild.
want to get a law degree just for the pod, and he's like, I want to take a deep dive into like all these like RICO cases.
I really just know
See.
that's my thing is I want to understand when I like hear people talk about contracts. I want to really understand what I'm reading. I want to like
Gotcha.
understand
Yeah.
what's really going on and be like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Like,
do it.
I get it.
But
Do it, Zen.
being that you have that Zen is our residential ear to the street, there has been a development with the whole takeoff situation, and you said,
Yo, hold on. I really want to bring something up as we're
Okay.
getting into this. Somebody called me, and it was one of the like, it's someone who's like close to me that called me and was like, dog, you need to be careful. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you're doing some really deep dives on this Jay Prince stuff. And like, I'm just saying, like, I know you kind of had to stop because, you know, you were going a little too deep, but like, you got to chill out with going deeper, dog, because people are going to come looking for you.
Damn.
And things that you're talking about.
These are all alleged. These are all
like,
alleged.
things that you're talking about, bro. People don't
He's
know.
like, his real
No.
name ain't Jay. What does the J stand for? It's like
No.
Jonathan Prince. Like, fuck. No.
They're like, dog.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
So-
allegedly.
I just
That's wild.
and look, we're gonna find out what's very interesting to me is that the like investigating and stuff like that has kind of just gone out the window. We've gone straight to just mourning
Yeah.
clips of like the funeral, them talking about the parents and stuff. Like when the stuff with PNB happened,
Mhm.
we were mourning, but it was still all about investigation, all about
Which
what
I feel bad- I
happened.
feel bad for his girl. Like she was being investigated.
And there was a
stuff.
lot of that, but right now it kind of seems like,
It's like everyone's
whatever
hush,
happened
hush.
happened.
Yeah, like it's a wrap.
It's not like you're hearing about Quavo being like detained for questioning with him being on the scene so much. It's like
Yeah.
there seems to just kind of be like it was a very unfortunate situation that happened, and we're just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's-
Especially when all these videos and stuff come out, and you've been hearing a lot of people say, for once, leave it up to the police to do. I've never heard so many people in hip hop
yeah.
trust the police all of a sudden.
Yeah.
For real.
Like,
Bro, the 12
they'll be
baddest.
like,
Yeah.
yo, we need to just chill out and really just let the police do their jobs on this one. I'm like, since when do the police do their job in the hip hop community?
On this one.
They're like,
Yeah.
on this one though, we really do need to just let the police like do their thing.
Yeah.
And be that as
That's
it
wild.
may, this is again all allegedly. We're not saying anything to anyone about anything.
What goes crazy to me is that development shows, or alleged, all rumors, because of course the
Mhm.
police haven't talked about anything, is that the argument that Quavo was having was actually with Jay Prince Jr. Allegedly. Now,
Allegedly.
I still do believe that it was someone on the Migos side that had the freak accident happened. I do think shots were shot very frivolously, and something happened in the crossfire.
I was gonna ask you about this. So I was listening to Ack on Flagrant, and he was talking about how when he moves, he used to do homie security But now he's like, I don't do that no more because that's stupid. Like stuff, like, you know, like stuff can go wrong. He's like, I hire like officers. Like he's like, I have like New Jersey's finest with me when I move, because he's like, I think it's stupid that people will be like, oh, like you're scared, you're not real, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then academics is literally just like, bro, being real is what gets you killed. So like, I don't care.
What he was basically saying, and there were really good points to it, is like with homie security, they're homies at the end of the day. So they see like a bad bitch pop up, they're scoping her out. They're not looking to see if someone is looking aggressive, if somebody is seeming like there's going to be a problem. There's a lot of security isn't just stopping it when things happen. It's stopping the potential threat of something happening by being like, hey, things are getting a little crowded over here. People that you don't know are here. We should probably be somewhere else. So would you say that
homie security is reactive when professional security is proactive?
Right.
Yeah.
You have more defense on, like, it's not just like, you know, taking someone out if somebody gets close to you. Not only that, he also needs someone who can legally carry a gun and can shoot if they need to shoot, which is the big thing that, like, homie securities, half of them are felons. They're not supposed to be carrying guns. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you're not, they're just there to look intimidated. You're just going to get a big dude so people feel like you're secured. You want someone who's in the cut who you don't even know is like a sniper. You know what I'm saying?
If I were to do homie security though, no lie, I'd find like the most redneck people. And like, I know they ain't missing.
For real?
That's okay. This sounded really racist to me only because in my head, and maybe it's just a me thing, like I thought of us as rappers, right? Like I thought of us as rappers when we were having this conversation. And to me, it made it seem like you were like, we're bringing the racists out. We're bringing them out for sure. We know their fingers are itching. You know, like it sounded crazy. No. It sounded very crazy, but I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
It sounds crazy, but what I'm saying is that they train themselves.
Yeah.
They be at the range though. That is one thing though, is like, and I think it's cool. Like, do you think hood dudes are in the range enough? Because I do see them.
I've never been to one.
You've never been to a shooting range?
I've never been to one either.
Never shot a gun.
Yeah, I've never shot a gun either.
So y'all are so unprepared in the city right now. It's insane.
Yeah. You grow up in the ghetto, but you're too broke to afford one. So, and also you're trying to get out the streets. So like, why would, you know?
Why would I get something that'll reattach me to the system?
Yeah.
Well, no, what happens is to me, it wasn't like I never thought about it as like a street thing. To me, it just made me seem like I'll tell you for real, it was really on some like, I have a home shit and now I have to protect it. Like that's really how I felt about it. It wasn't like I'm gonna be out in the streets because I don't even carry it with me. I never carry it with me.
It is changing too because I'm getting more of that pressure.
Like to me, it's more like, yo, I need to make sure like I'm protecting my home front, which is what every white person says whenever you tell them about their guns, which is like, you know, it's just gonna be criminals out there having guns, and then me protecting my home ain't gonna have no gun,
brother.
And then you'll be like, but why do you need like? Every time I think about it, I think about like that Whitest Kids You Know, like sketch where it's like, and you guys don't feel like we need to outlaw baby head seeking bullets, and it's like, it is straight up like in this sketch, it's bullets that just seek the nearest baby's head.
That's wild.
Where it's like everything that like is crazy, you're like, you don't think that needs to be restricted. They're like, no, you may need those in a situation where
brother, you don't know where that baby been, brother.
But no, that is kind of the way that I'm feeling now, where it's
the
like
redneck security guards is what y'all are. Yeah, maybe I could start a business, honestly.
Kind of fire.
Just head on out to outside of the city boundaries, and
you have a couple of good old boys.
Yeah. No.
It'll be called.
I love it. You're like, yeah.
Look, it'll be called the Redneck Security, and the logo is someone's neck with a beam on it, like the beam from the gun right on the neck. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good logo.
Wait, that's hard.
Damn.
I'm telling you, dude, I just be coming out with the business ideas, dog.
For real.
Tell me if this is a business. So you know how like millennials or like our age of people are starting to like own homes?
Yeah.
And like we're so used to renting where like we have a landlord that takes care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a monthly service that you can pay where you basically like have a landlord for your home owners? So it's like for people that don't want to do nothing, like you pay a monthly fee and then you put in a service request to be like, hey, yo, I need my light bulb changed.
Oh,
Like,
oh, like that.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, ayo, like the vent's
I
kind of
think-
crazy
I think
over
they're
here.
just calling him maintenance man.
No, but
Yeah.
you pay a maintenance man subscription fee.
There you go. That you just
Yeah.
described it. You could do that. That actually sounds like not that bad of an idea.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. I really think this would be good. I think this is like something that our generation needs.
Did you know that?
Get on
Also,
it.
I don't think our
Dropping
generation.
gems.
Yeah.
I don't think our generation owns ladders.
Did you
like?
did you know that
True.
this is nothing to do with that? But did you know that our generation, everything we watch with subtitles? Like it's a very
Good.
millennial
It's
thing.
so good. Half the time I can't hear it. I'm like, fuck, y'all
Yeah.
fuck the audio
Bro,
up.
I can't hear it without subtitles.
Yeah.
I don't like to watch TV with subtitles. Personally, I start getting distracted, especially if they're auto generated. Like if I'm watching a podcast and they have auto
they're wrong.
generated subtitles,
like ours.
then I'm just thinking, then I'm just thinking about what it is, and I'm like, y'all. It also seems racist a lot of times because I'm listening to hip hop ones, and like they can never seem to get words right, and I'm like,
Yeah,
they're saying
the
it very
accent.
clearly. I'm like, they're saying it extremely clear.
What part did you not understand?
Like, why is it that every time someone says next, y'all write next? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Y'all write next. And I'm like, what the hell is going on over here? But just to wrap things up, I have one more topic here because I'm getting a little confused now. And we're gonna see. I wonder if Vogue really feels like they need to like hold their own on like how important they are. So let's do a timeline. Jimmy Cooks came out. It was a song off of Honestly Nevermind, the only like hip hop type song, the one that he did with 21 Savage. And in the song, he goes, "Bitch, don't tell me that you model if you ain't been in Vogue." Right? That's where he really solidifies Vogue as like, don't even say that you're a model if you ain't in Vogue. Just like, don't say you're a rapper if you ain't signed. So then on this album, he seems to kind of demean Vogue in a sense. So he does the promo, and him and 21 Savage seem to have these fake Vogue covers out, right? And then in the album, he goes, "And remember what I said last time, but give me one phone call, I'll put you in Vogue. One call, you on runway shows. One call, and I'm sitting front row." So now he's saying like Vogue is a say all be all if you're a model. Now he's basically accusing in the song Vogue of being somebody who isn't necessarily a connoisseur of like what's actually popping, but really just connections. So now he's basically saying like, I can make a phone call and get them to put you in Vogue. Vogue ain't that crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
there ain't nothing he's saying is.
He's saying we need a new magazine.
well,
We could start
no,
one.
what I'm wondering now is if Vogue goes, if he really had this relationship with Vogue where one phone call and he's getting models in Vogue, then they should be completely fine with him doing this.
Mhm.
The reason that I think, and he talks about Anna Wintour specifically, name drop stuff. Now I'm thinking that they have to be like, yo, y'all are discrediting us in order to show that like we aren't just run by Drake. We got to sue you guys to basically set the precedent that like those are just lines that he's saying. But no, Vogue is an actual establishment that like takes pride in their curation of people, their creation of fashion, because if not, you're kind of grading them or demeaning them in a sense.
Which I allegedly feel like is all cap, and Drake is right, allegedly.
We're gonna see if this because the way they're asking for at least $4 million or
$4 million is nothing, bro.
Well, hold on.
To Drizzy.
But then they said
he got everything.
But here's where I'm wondering. I'm like, what does it matter to them? Like, what matters more to Drake and them? Because they're asking for either $4 million or double what the album made.
Or double what the album made. Oh my god! But that's not comparable, I guess. So
that's what I'm saying. I don't know how much is the album going to make because they're just doing streaming. It's not like they're putting out physical copies or anything like that.
Oh, I guess I don't know how much people make off of streams. Is
Well,
is 4 million not that much?
Well, look, it takes, I don't know the numbers. All I know is that it takes like 17 or 1,200 streams to equal one actual album sale.
God damn.
Yeah. So the streaming numbers are very small in comparison to everything else.
That's why people like Tyler the Creator started doing bundles. So like since he has golf, it was like you buy the album.
I thought they don't do bundles and like they don't count this anymore.
It, but before it would count.
So here's how look. So I'm going to tell you quickly about what Academics was talking about on the Taylor thing to kind of put a lot of this into perspective, right? So The bundles thing is one thing. That's saying buy an article of some sort that isn't necessarily tied to the music, and it'll count as an album sale. So like some might be like buy my lipstick, and my lipstick will come with a digital download of the album. So therefore you bought an album, right?
It's like when Apple gave us the U2 album.
Right.
Yeah.
So another one, Travis Scott, right? Travis Scott sells so much merch. So it's like buy this merch and it comes with the album. Therefore you bought the album. I have
seen that.
Right.
Got it.
But their thing is it's not correlating with music. So some like DJ Khaled try to do it with energy drinks. Buy these energy drinks that have absolutely nothing to do with music, but because we partner with this person, you get the album, and so you bought the album. So Jay-Z actually famously did this and made himself go platinum by doing a deal with Sprint. So all Sprint users got 444, right? With
and he became platinum. That one was wild. That one was like
got himself into platinum, right?
Yeah, that was insane.
What Taylor Swift did, though, which is another crazy thing now, is like her record sales were crazy, right? Well, it's because she did this. She released 4 different colors of a vinyl record, right? So a real fan has to buy all 4 copies of the vinyl because you want to be a collector. Damn. Not only that, whenever you buy the album, it has 4 extra songs on there. So you need to buy the vinyl so that you can hear the bonus songs. Not only that, once you buy the record, you get the promo code to early access to the ticket sales.
Taylor's smart. Taylor's
big brain, bro. Big brain.
All her fans grew with her, bro.
She did 1.6 million in sales. 1 million of it was physical copies.
Yeah.
That's insane. So what if you put all 4 discs on top of each other and then it creates one song?
Well, no, here's what happens. Each
Taylor, take it.
Each album is a different cover. So there's alternate covers for each color of the album.
Damn.
So you have to if you want to put it all together and have the 4 pictures, then you got to buy all 4 records, and each one of those records is like $40. But
damn.
But that's what she's able to do.
This economy, bro, she did that.
With hip hop artists, though, it's all right here, right now, and what's relevant. In order to do that, you know how long it takes to get like records printed. Like Drake and Kanye are recording songs on the day of the record being released, because if not, it'll get leaked like immediately. So if you send it off to a plant to go get pressed, it's going to get leaked, and you're not going to be able to do the rollout the way that it's supposed to, and it's going to affect the way things go anyway. So that doesn't really work in hip hop, but it works in a traditional medium like where Taylor Swift operates in. So this is going to be an interesting thing to wrap up everything about how Vogue is going to handle things at the end of the day. I don't know if Drizzy's going to have to make one phone call.
He might make 2 phone calls.
I think they're going to settle it out of court. They're going to make it public in a sense where like they're going to figure out a way to make Vogue still look good, but they're really going to handle this outside of the courtroom, I think.
Yeah. But
all right,
we have been 2.5 citizens.
I've been Zen.
I've been Pabs.
I've been Ruben.
And we out this bitch. Bah!
See y'all.